Hey, it's me, Trillphill, your local underdog artist. I hope you've been staying Trill. Keep doing your thing. It'll come in time. This is my first sit-down kind of vlog type video where I'm gonna really be talking about myself, talking about my story, where I'm at in life, just giving you guys the scoop. So let's do it. Yeah, so I'm sure you read the title and you're like, wow, what is this guy doing? This guy sounds crazy. Well, yeah, so a little bit about me. I just turned 20 in February 7th, and I also just moved as well. So this is my new little setup here. You wanna see the tour? Hold up. Yeah, so don't mind the mess, but this is my new little setup here. I was just working on a lyric video for my new song Photograph. Low-key plug, but it's tasteful, you know. Yeah, I'll link that video in the info cards, but what am I doing? I don't really know. I just know that this is what I really felt needed to happen. A little bit about my music. I've been making music now for about like 4 years or so. I first got into music when I was super young. My parents put me into this program called We Got the Beat, and that's where I really got my whole foundation. It's in Fresno. It's like a local percussion youth group. It's really nice. That's where I learned how to play like the drums, like different percussive instruments like marimba, xylophones, vibraphones, also timbales, congas, all that type of stuff I learned in that group. And then I started playing drums in my church while I was in the program, and I still play there to this day. While I was at church, I met two of my longtime close friends, Deja and Justin. We'll get to them in a little bit, but I met them. I also met a lot of other people, like for example, my friend Spencer, who actually told me about We Got the Beat and got me kind of involved in it. Shout out to him. That was in like 2nd grade, that's crazy. But yeah, did I already say I turned 20? Yeah, I think. So how did I get into actually producing and doing all this? Well, when I was little, my parents used to always throw me little birthday parties with my friends and stuff. One year, I guess in 8th grade, I was like, hey mom, like, how much does it usually cost for you to throw these parties for me? She's like, oh yeah, about like 200 or so. And then I said, do you think you could get me Logic Pro instead of having a party? And she said, she had to think about it, but she ended up doing it. And that's when I got into producing, was in 8th grade. So I was like 13, 14-ish. Yeah, that's when I started like experimenting. I would do little covers. Like I did one of All of Me by John Legend, or Find You by Zed, like stuff like that. Love Never Felt So Good by Michael Jackson. And then I started like trying to make some EDM stuff. And I used to do that. I never really was successful because I was trying to be like Skrillex at the time. But I never really like got to that point. I would always make a song and I would like start building it up and stuff, and then I get to the drop and I just get stuck and just like close the project and then never finish it. So then a little bit later, I started to get into hip hop. I guess around the same time, but I started trying to make hip hop beats. That was like in my freshman year of high school. I started following tutorials by like busyworksbeats.com, I Am Music Mogul. I also would watch like Pat Ryan, stuff like that. I wish I could remember all of them off the top of my head, but yeah, that's what really got me into like producing hip hop. Also Sharp. I started to like follow their tutorials, pretty much just mimic whatever they did, and then I would take that and kind of expand on it myself. So that's how I like got into kind of finding my own way of production. A few years later, I had Deja and Justin over, and I pulled up this beat that I had made. And we started like kind of vibing over it and like ended up writing a song to it. And after hearing that, I was like, wow, like I make these beats, I could actually write songs to them. And that's when I really realized, like, I just wanted to come in and remind you that if you have not yet liked this video, like it. And that's when I really realized like what this could become. So after that, like I guess within like a week or so, I started writing my own song, my first own song, under the name P3 period, because P3 was taken. So I started releasing under P3 period, but the song was called Out My Way. So I finished writing that song, started recording it, and then yeah, I re-released that song on my last EP called Road to Trillville. If you want to check it out, I'll put it in the info cards. That was my first song that I ever wrote by myself. It's crazy. I kept releasing songs under P3 for a few years, and then I was like, you know what? P3 is the name of a classroom at my school. It's got the protein packs. There's so many things called P3. I need to change my name. So in Spanish class, I had been talking to my friend Kyle. We were just joking around, and then he said like Trillphill or something like that. Trillphill or Trillphill. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna make that my Instagram username. So when I posted to my Instagram story, and I was like, I want to change my name from P3, what should I do? People were like, why don't you do Trillphill? That's your Instagram name. Like, that sounds cool. And I was like, oh my goodness, I did not think of that. So yeah, that's how. Oh, but there was a reason for Trillphill though. I'm actually Philip the Third. My dad's name's Philip. My grandpa's name's Philip. So Trill represents the third. That's how it started, like triple, Trill. But since it's kind of really evolved and developed its own meaning, like how I say, stay Trill, like keep doing your thing, it'll come in time. Yeah, so I guess that was my junior year of high school, was when I changed my name to Trillphill. My phone just ran out of storage. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I released Conflicted under Trillphill. That was like 2018. And then, yeah, I kept releasing, put out Road to Trillville in 2019. Then I put out Papacito, Tongue Tied Up, Are We There Yet, Separate Ways, Far From Over, and then Photograph, which, yeah, but yeah, so that's just what I've been doing. I make all like my graphics and videos besides the ones that are directed by Angel Orozco, of course. I've loved YouTube my whole life. That's why I used to want to be a YouTuber, and I've started so many channels, did so many different things, Minecraft videos, Lego stop motion, little like special effects skits, stuff like that. I've always just kind of had something I want to do, and I just kind of figure out like, how am I going to do that? Like, what do I need to do to get there? So that's foreshadowing. I don't know, I did YouTube and stuff until I started really making music, and I realized my love for music, what I have to say, and what I really want to do for people through my music. I really want to provide a sense of community within music. I feel like so often artist fan bases are being like pushed up against each other. This guy's better, no, this is better, blah, 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 stuff like that. I think that, I don't know, I really want to make music that is positive, and if not positive in subject matter, is positive in what it promotes, or the way that you can resonate with it. Like, I like to make music that tells stories, that can invoke emotion, that can really make you feel, and not just, I don't like to make music just to make it. I like it to have purpose, which you'll hear throughout my songs. I also really want to create music that can be played anywhere. Like, I want to make music that is non-discriminatory, that anyone can really listen to and be able to just connect with and resonate with, and be able to meet other people that listen to it, and you can have a discussion, talk about it, be like, I guess I like to put in little lines as well that needs to be decoded, or stuff like that, like especially in this song, which I don't mean to be like promoting it, but it's just like so convenient. Yeah, so as far as like my sound that I'm going for, I really want to bring an organic feeling to these production methods that I've learned over the years. Like, I love nice bass, but I also love like really nice guitar and nice chorusy vocals, nice, I don't know, just like that organic sound. Like, I love texture, and you'll definitely be hearing that now that I'm full-time. I have my releases planned out. I'm making YouTube content. I said earlier that that I decided to be a musical artist versus a YouTuber, but I'm kind of bringing them together now. I feel like there's not enough of this on the platform, and I really would love to see what I can do with this and see how I can be like YouTube's musical artist. Like, I'm sure that you watching this video like are a great person, and I would love to be able to create a community where great people can meet each other. And I want to create as many ways as possible for people to not feel alone, because we're not alone. There's always people that will be there for you, and I just want to help people that feel alone to get connected and really just grow together, you know? At the end of the day though, I want all of this that I'm creating to come together to, at the end of the day, glorify God. With this little wooden cross on my neck, just to kind of serve as a reminder that no matter what I'm doing, that all glory at the end of the day is just going to go back to God. And yeah, that's what this is all for. So we're at this point. Why did I quit my job? Well, I'm ready to make this really happen. And it's been years in the making of this decision to really take this jump. Ever since I was, like, even before I was graduating high school, I already knew that I wanted to do music and be an artist and do these kind of things. But the idea was just in such a younger state at that point, and I didn't really understand what it means to accept who I am, and I really didn't know who I am yet. I didn't know what I was here for, but now I do. I ran out of storage again, but yeah, at that time I applied everywhere I wanted to go to as a computer science major, and it's understandable. I really have always had a love for computers. I did production, video editing, like all that kind of stuff. So I figured that would be the natural way for me to go. But a part of it also was just that I really, I guess, didn't know who I was and didn't have the belief in what I'm doing to really be able to take the jump. And it is really stigmatized to, at least where I'm coming from, it is very stigmatized to make the decision to not really follow a traditional route. And at the time I cared about that a lot more, but now I feel that there are so many ways to go. I've been in community college, and I still actually am in community college. I've learned that there are different paths for everyone, and we're not always gonna know like which direction we should go now, but a lot of the times we'll be put into situations and we won't know why it's happening until later on, reflecting back and saying, wow, like this happened for a reason. I am so grateful for just everyone that's been a part of my life up to this point. I'll be doing some shout outs and stuff just as I keep making videos here. I had to clear some storage on my phone. What was I even talking about? This wasn't a very easy decision. I guess I've been afraid for years now. Like, I don't know if it's afraid of what people will think of me, afraid of like if I can do this or not. There's so many different things to be afraid of. Like with a decision like this, I just had to believe, have faith, and just trust that in this decision, whatever the outcome is, will be what the path is of my life. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. And another thing that made it hard too was I didn't want to disappoint my family, my parents, my mother, my father. And at first it was a lot more rough when I first told them, and I was kind of worried about what it would mean for our relationship and would they be here to support me through it. And it was kind of scary, but now they are here to support me. This is what I'm doing now, and I'm very happy and excited for what this means and what will come of this over this next year. I'm putting out music, putting out videos, putting out YouTube stuff, which I'm actually most excited about. I love YouTube so much. But yeah, so I'm very excited about it, and I hope you are too. If you're watching this video, like this video. But most importantly, if you do like this video, it really helps if you do leave a subscribe on this video. That really does help a lot, and it means the world. But don't just subscribe. Like, if you do subscribe, I would love to know who you are, and love to know what you think of this. If this may have been like, wow, like I've never seen you before, this is cool, like I'm here for it. Or if you're like, wow, this was probably the worst idea you could have made, like I am open to hearing any of that. And yeah, I just want to get to know like who you are watching this video, because it really means the world. And I also have some cool stuff, like I have a personal email list on my website where I can take your email and I'll send you emails whenever I do stuff. I also am pretty active on my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, stuff like that. So I mean, I'd love to connect with any of you if you are here to support. And yeah, this video, like what I'm doing is I'm making this happen, and hopefully you're here to make it happen with me. And anytime that anyone like shows love, like leaves a like on the music, adds it to their playlist, like even especially like sending it to someone, like it means so much to me. I don't know, like it just makes me so happy. That's kind of this video. Thanks for watching to the end. Most people don't, but you did, so it really means a lot. If you're still here, like this video, subscribe. It helps so much. Send it to someone, because I'm sure that there was something in this video that, I don't know, maybe they'll like it. I do have stickers available on my website, Trillphill.com. I'm going to be going to LA this week, actually tomorrow, and I'm going to be getting some stuff to make some cool merch, and like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, maybe some masks, maybe. A lot more to come. Subscribe to my email list, join me on Discord. Those links are all below, all my social media, everything, if you do want to follow along. And those of you who have been following along, like, it means the world. And if you've engaged, like left a comment, if you're in my email list, like if you DM me on Instagram, like I know your name, so it's like, it's really cool to be able to know who you are that supports my stuff. So yeah, turn on post notifications. Putting out new music about every other week or so now, like 2 to 3 weeks. I don't really have to follow a schedule, so I kind of just do whatever I want, but I told myself that I want to put out music every 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I hope you'll be here to join along. Maybe one of my songs can go viral on TikTok, something like that. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, appreciate you. Don't forget to stay Trill. And if any of you guys are going through anything like this, big decisions, big scary stuff, like, just feel free to let me know, and maybe we can talk about it. And I hope something in this video was able to help you, because I definitely wish that I would have watched something like this before I made this decision. But but yeah, much love, appreciate you. I don't really know how to end these